This is a quick little video for those of you that are using Google Forms to collect data, and maybe you don't want to look at the data in the spreadsheet view, but maybe you'd like to look at it in a Word doc, or a Google Doc rather. So there is a utility, an add-on that you can add to a Google Sheet that will take the data from a Google Sheet and it will put it on a Google Doc. It's listed under add-ons, and add-ons is right up here. When you're in your Google Sheet where you have your data, you can click on your add-ons. Any add-ons that you have listed will be listed up at the top, but you can also get other add-ons, and you would choose Get Add-ons. And it'll bring up all the available add-ons that you can do to a Google Sheet. I'm going to type in Save as Doc. When I do, it'll show me that there's an add-on called Save as Doc. Convert any Google Sheet spreadsheet into a Google document. So I'm going to go ahead and click. It's free. It'll ask me to just verify that it accepts some of the different things that it needs to do in order to make that transition from a sheet to a doc. I'll click Accept. And it'll tell me that, it'll pop up a little message that it has added under the add-ons the Save as Doc. So in order to do this, I'm going to click Add-ons. I'm going to go to Save as Doc, and there's only one item under Save as Doc, well, other than Help, but Start. So I'm going to click Start, and it's going to pull up a little side panel over here. And the first thing it's going to ask me to do is, what will I like to save this document as? So I'm going to call this Survey Results. And that's automatically going to name the Google document, and it's going to put it in my drive. The include headings, if I check this, it's going to include the headings that I see right here that have been collected. These were the fields from my Google form that have now been brought over to my Google Sheet. I'm going to include the headings so that as I look at it in its doc form that I could have, I'll see, do you have pets? And then I'll see the answer that they provided. This is telling me where the location of the header row is. It could be the first row, or I could select a row. And the column heading style, this tells me column heading 1 through 5, how big and bold the column heading. I recommend just leaving it at heading 1. This next box here says add a page break after each row. What that would do is say all this information for Doug will be in one Google Doc. If it spills over to 2 pages, 3 pages, etc., but whenever it gets to the last part, it will add a page break and then start a new page section with the next row of information. If you uncheck this, it essentially just takes all the information and it puts it all together consecutively on one continuous Google Doc. I'm going to add the page break so you can see what that looks like. Now, for here, it says select all data. You could highlight the data that you wanted by holding down and highlighting rows like this, just to select that data. I recommend, though, if there's data that you don't want, that you click on the column and use the little down arrow, and you can hide certain columns of information. So I'm going to hide the timestamp because I don't really need the timestamp for what I'm doing. And then I'm going to come back here now that I've hidden all the data that I did not want, and I'm going to select All by clicking on this button right here. And you can see that it's highlighted all of the information. And to finish it, you simply click Save as Doc. It will generate the report. It will tell you that survey results was successfully created, and then it allows you to open the doc. Now it's also saved it in your Google Drive. If I go to my Google Drive, you'll see survey results. A Google Doc has been created. I'm going to come back here to where I was, and I can simply open the document. And what you'll see is here my first row of information, name Doug, favorite color, hobbies, if you have any pets, and then notice that it inserted a page break and brought up my next person's information, and then a page break and my next person's information, and so on. So this is a good way in order to pull your information, maybe from a form that you've created where you have a lot of information and you don't want to have to wrap the text or modify the Google Sheet. It allows you to bring it into a Google Doc where it's much more easy to manage the viewing of the information. And again, it automatically creates it, and then you could share this out knowing the collaborative world of Google Docs. But this is a video, short little video, on how to use the add-on called Save as Doc. And when you're done, you simply can just click to close it out, and you're done with your document. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or anybody else that uses this tool, and they would be very happy to help you out. Thank you.